Hey there, I am a huge Stranger Things fan, and with Season 3 finally dropping, which is fantastic, I thought it'd be fun to just recreate the logo in Photoshop real quick, just for the heck of it, and I thought I'd show you how to do it. The right way to do this would be to bring it into Illustrator and reshape a lot of the letters. The logo designer wanted a lot of the letters to fit together like a puzzle piece, and so there's a lot of small tweaks. We're not going to go that far, but we're going to make it look straight out of the title card, and I think we'll get pretty close pretty quickly. So we'll start with Bengat Pro ITC, which is the logo or the font that they use, and we'll just start with Stranger Things. We'll just start with the logo, and we'll blow it up nice and big until it kind of feels right. And we're just going to kind of eyeball this the entire time. I'm not going to like overlay it and do anything like that. We'll just kind of see how close we can get. We'll pick a nice deep red. And then I know the letters were stretched vertically, so let's go ahead and do that until it looks about right, somewhere right around there. Then the S and the T are bigger. So let's go with, I don't know, somewhere about there. And then, oh yeah, these are drop down. So we'll bring this down until it's right in line with the other letters. Yeah, it looks good. -23. We'll repeat that offset for the R. Looks like maybe 21 on that side. Looks normal. I want those lines to, actually 20 -22. That looks good. Also, the kerning, we'll need to tighten these up a little bit. And yeah, these letters are touching. That looks about right. We'll move a couple of these together. Yeah, see, like right here, the original logo, these lines are matched, so this S kind of slices this way, and those were done manually, and it's not part of the font or anything. This looks pretty tight. Okay, so we're not going to mess around with paths. We're just going to continue to work with a type layer here, and we're going to need to make an outline version instead. So we're going to just go ahead and give this a color fill of black, and then we'll add a stroke. And this, that same red should work. We're going to want to go, let's see, should we do inside, center? I think we should go outside. Outside will make it a little more roundy looking, but I think we can work with that. Let's see, you know what? If I go tighter, maybe we can do a center and kind of split the difference. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks pretty close. All right, so we've got our stroke, and then we gotta get some glow going here. So we'll add some outer glow, and we'll just start with normal. Yeah, that's a bit much. Bring opacity down, bring the size down, bring that opacity way down until it's like nice and subtle. We want to turn the noise level up, give it that kind of film grain look. Play with that jitter a little bit. Jitter and range until it looks right. Just kind of, we don't want to overdo it because we can add some film grain later. A little noise. That looks pretty solid. Let's see if we can add a little, maybe an inner glow. Yeah, just a subtle inner glow, not too much. Just these, these letters should look electric, right? And they're just kind of screaming on the page. Yeah, nice and soft. We need to create these bars that go across the top and the bottom. So we'll just drag a shape out here, nice and small. Make a new layer. Fill that with black. We'll move it up. And we'll just copy these layer styles. Copy layer style, go grab the top bar, and we will paste the layer style, which looks pretty close. I think we can maybe dim it a little bit. We'll bring the opacity down. Let's see what would look right here. think maybe even, you know, we're going to paint some like highlights over top the entire logo. So we'll kind of address it that way. I'll make this logo or this line, we'll bring it down here. And I want it to be a little bit wider. Should like hit the R, and then we're gonna want it to hit that tail. We're gonna have to fake this because the letters are shaped a little bit different. And then we'll just chop it off right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Next we're gonna want, let's see, there's some highlights on the letters. There are, we've got to bring the number in the back. What are we gonna play with? What would make this look good? Let's do a little bit of painting here. We'll make a nice sort of, let's just make this bigger. Soft white glow here in the middle. And then just do like a overlay. No, that really highlights that noise, doesn't it? Ooh. Maybe we just do like a lighten, and then we can select all these layers and mask them. What would that look like? And then, no, that looks terrible. That's not any better. Let's do overlay, and then bring the opacity down real low. Yeah, and then we'll do like the inverse. We're gonna do, we'll call this global highlight, and then we'll make like a global shadow. We'll just flip that, and we'll do some darkness around here. We'll set that opacity maybe 40%. Multiply. Yeah, they've got a nice little glow going on here. All right, now let's do some some highlights on the lines. We'll do global shadow. We're gonna do that underneath those layers, and we'll just start with a brush again, and maybe we'll kind of give it a, pick out a color here, kind of a pale orange, and let's see, just kind of even smaller. Let's bring this opacity down here, like a spot there, maybe, you know, kind of get these G's, I don't know, top of the H, bottom of the G. A little bit here. Some stuff right in here. I feel like this R could use it. Kind of squint. You know, we're gonna obviously tone this down in a second here. I don't know. That looks maybe a little bit on the inside of the R. A little bit here and there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and select the text, and then we'll give it a mask, and then let's just take a look here. Color dodge looks pretty good. Then bring the opacity down. You know, a little bit of a glow. Maybe even do like a, would white look better? No. Maybe an outer glow? Yeah, just a little bit. If we duplicate this layer and then give it multiply, sometimes that gives us like kind of a shininess, or like offset it a little bit. That looks sort of okay. Maybe we'll go in with an eraser and kind of tone it back a little bit, or it's gone too far. Really should be doing these elements on like a line, like an actual path, but since we're not working with paths, you know, we just gotta fake some of this. That's close enough. All right, now let's make well, because I wanted to be season 4 and I'm almost positive there will be, let's do a big number 4. Like nice and big. Oops. Let's grab the 4. Let's lock these down so they're not going to get in the way. Oops. Where's the lock? There we go. Make sure this is behind the letters. Let's make this darker. Just go like a nice dark red. And then we'll give it, I'll cover it in a gradient. So we're going to go like dark red. Let's pick something in here to almost black. Yeah, like really dark. And we want this to be radial, like coming from the center. Yeah, maybe not quite that black, because we can paint some of that on too. It doesn't look right. I'm just going to paint it all on. I like doing that sometimes. So we'll just highlight stuff. We'll get a nice big brush. And we'll start with the highlight. So we'll go white. Kind of like that. Let's do the inside of this triangle, right? So we'll just kind of do this. And then, let's see. We can give it a soft light should work. And then we'll do another layer for the shadow. And we'll go around the outside. Like that. And overlay looks good. Back the opacity back just a little bit to make sure we can see the edges. And then we need to add some noise. So we're going to take these layers, and I don't feel like I need to keep them. So let's rasterize them. And whoops. We're going to merge. There we go. Oh, that doesn't look good. That's not what we want. Let's see. Huh. I didn't really think about how the layer style. I think maybe we'll just do each layer individually. So we'll add noise here. And just a little bit. That's too much. Does 1%? 1.5. Let's try that. And I'll do the same thing here. Add noise. That looks pretty good. Stranger Things. Now, kind of one thing to note here. All right, so starting to see this. These, we have a fill, and let's just take that fill down to 0. Oh, that doesn't work. That was a good idea. Can I do that on the color overlay? Nope. Maybe I can just do just take the fill to 0 here. There we go. That's what we want. Stranger Things. Now that 4 looks awful bright. Let's bring that down a bit still. Yeah, maybe turn these down a little further. Things. Yeah, these highlights look like a bit much, don't you think? Where are they here? I think the 1 copy is probably fine. And the last thing we're going to do is just take the whole logo, we'll copy it and make a kind of like a static duplicate here. Let's see. Yes, you can't tell the difference, but this is just one layer, and we are going to add some noise on the whole thing. And then we're going to add some motion blur. So we're going to give it some like horizontal blur. Let's see. Just a little bit here. Just enough to notice it. Actually, let's make a duplicate layer first, then do it on the duplication. Motion blur. 5 pixels. Kind of bring that opacity down just a little bit. Then we're going to duplicate it again. Blur, motion blur. Let's give it some more of like a opposite angle. Bring that down just a little bit. And maybe one more layer. And we'll give this a multiply. And yeah, it doesn't add anything. I think that looks pretty good. Stranger Things. Love that show. I need to rewatch it again. Yeah, I hope you learned something. I don't know. Just thought we'd do this for fun. Have a nice day.